Good afternoon, I'm Jeff. I'm a sewer tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 4638 Southeast Allan Road here in Milwaukee. We're located in the basement up against the front foundation wall. We have a 4-inch cast iron cleanout as our point of access. I'm going to insert the camera and check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. We may not be able to run water here. According to the realtor, it sounds like the line was backing up during the home inspection. What we're going to do here is I'm going to run the basin sink here lightly, and we'll see if everything keeps flowing, but we may have an issue up ahead blocking up the line. Anyway, here we go. Alright, we just turned the basin sink on here, so see if we have flow coming. Well, I'm going to start pushing the camera out here. The utility sink appears to be draining, so. Transitions here over to 6-inch concrete pipe at about 29 feet out. And I just turned the utility sink off. I'm not seeing any water moving past the camera here. I'm not sure exactly where it's all going currently, but it doesn't seem to be making its way out here all that well. So this joint right here, about 30 feet, is showing some separation there. It's hard to tell if it's opened up to the ground. Still moving past it fairly well. Similar here, that joint's showing some separation. And this is a little bit newer type of concrete here. A lot of these have a rubber furnico around the outside of the joint, so you can sometimes have some separation in the between the two pieces of pipe, but you can see that black in between there. There's often still a rubber furnico sealing the joint off from the ground. Now here at the top of the pipe, that's kind of a tough one to tell. We may have damage here to the line. It could also be a bunch of junk that somehow got stuck up there. We'll take another look at that on the way out, and I'll try and locate where that's at, but that's a tough one. Sometimes the only way to see if you've got an issue is to actually drain clean the line, jet it, and see if there's something underneath there, like a hole in the pipe. And then it transitions over to looks like standard concrete here. The stuff we're in right now almost I believe it's transite concrete. You can see that it's in much better shape than this last little bit. And here at 58 feet, this does appear to be the terminus of the line. I'm going to go do locates to see where this is at, where the line terminates, and then we don't really need to let the line drain out. We didn't ever get watered down line here, so. Anyway, whatever backup is occurring appears to be behind the cleanout back into the house. Alright, located the camera successfully out the main lateral on Southeast Allan. And this looks like the city just recently painted the roadway there. The whole line is mapped out with green paint out front. Anyway, this last little bit here, I mean, it's obviously showing some age. We do have a separation in the joint. However, the line is still functioning, and it's functioning quite nicely. It's a very clean sewer line. There's hardly anything in it. But as far as the backup situation goes, that's one of those we'd probably have to end up pulling the toilet in order to scope that portion of the line. I'm going to go locate this right here just to see where it's at. Make sure, it could be near a tree. Sometimes what will happen is you'll get a root penetration coming through, and then it gets gunked over, and you can't really see what it is exactly. So, anyway, if it's not right next to a tree, your best bet is to figuring out what that is. It could simply just be some weird kind of fungus growth. There's quite a bit of that in sewers. Coming down from there, though, there is a bit of staining, which leads me to believe that you may have groundwater seeping in there or something like that. Otherwise, you wouldn't have the staining on the wall there. So, anyway, I'll go locate just to see where this is at. So this is actually about a foot out into the street here, where we're located currently. And the closest tree is one in the front yard, and that's quite a ways away. So it's kind of hard to tell exactly what's going on here. I'm not going to recommend any repair here, as I can't get a clear picture as to what is going on exactly. Like I said, you could have some fungus growth or something like that up there that's going on. It's not affecting the functionality of the line, whatever it may be. Now this time I'm not recommending any repairs. We have some separations and some joints, but overall we have a line that appears to be draining out very nicely. There's no standing water anywhere in it. And it's extremely clean of any debris, at least what we've scoped. Again, it sounds like there was a backup here. I haven't seen a whole lot to show that, but there is line behind the camera here, and I'll see if I can reverse direction and scope back under the floor, but I'm not sure this cleanout's gonna allow me to. We probably have to end up pulling a toilet to scope anything from the rear of the house up to the cleanout here. Everything we just scoped. Oh, and what I was saying about some of those separated joints, what those joints do, because they're showing some separation, they become more vulnerable to roots coming in. But most of those still appear to have the rubber seal around them. So anyway, this time I'm not recommending any repairs. And as far as I can tell here, we have not had any water flow past the camera, but assuming there has been water down here at some point recently, it looks like it's draining out very nicely, and it's very clean. So if it weren't working, we'd have a lot of debris build up in the line. And this clean out here is a directional one that looks like it may force me. Yeah, it's going to force me out. I won't be able to go back under the floor without getting permission to pull a toilet. No, everything we just scoped there, though, is in fair to good condition and is functioning properly at this time. I would keep an eye on the line, maybe do another rescope in maybe 3 to 5 years just to check on it. It is an older line, but still doing its job.